What's happening, boys and girls? How the devil are we? Shanksy here, and today we are going to be taking a very close look at Back 4 Blood, Turtle Rock Studios' latest game to come out. We are going to be showing some gameplay, giving it a full review, talking about the different packages that are going to be available, and also talking about the price. So, if you're interested in a little bit of Back 4 Blood, if you're a little bit nostalgic for Left 4 Dead, stick around and see what we think. So for this review, guys, we have got access to the alpha. Now, in the alpha, there are only 4 playable characters and 1 playable map. But they have said there are going to be more playable characters, I believe up to 8 when the game initially releases, but I'm not sure how many maps at this point. Now, the game takes part on this playable map over the course of, I believe it's 4 chapters, where you and your friends, as a 4-player co-op game, battle through hordes upon waves of zombies to make it through to various safe rooms to progress on to the next stage, resulting in a bit of an awesome end battle involving explosives, a bow and miniguns. Pretty cool stuff, without a shadow of a doubt. They've also got an absolutely amazing system called the Game Director, where it picks random perks that happen at different stages of the same mission. So even though you've played through that one map one time, the second time may be a totally different playthrough, as well as your decks. Your decks are basically custom built to suit your playstyle, and then at the end of each chapter you can roll a random card or find random cards that act as perks to increase your character. Now, these could be things for very selfish ones that improve your abilities or have overall team abilities improved as well, such as team stamina. There's also things like you're going to find more weapons. You're going to be able to have an M1 to start with or an AK to start with. All these type of things are there to build around and play around to suit your playstyle. So far, really impressed with it. Let's have a little bit of look at some gameplay. So at this point in time, as said, there are 4 playable characters with an additional 4 being expected on launch. All of these characters have a slightly different skill set to them that they come with their inbuilt perks. And they also have different starting weapons depending on who you go with. For example, for this playthrough, to show this gameplay, I'm going to pick Holly. She comes with some various perks that I quite like. Also, I'm going to select my custom deck, which is going to build her a little bit different, a little bit more tailored to my playthrough, as it were. So from that, we lock in the character and then progress forward to your corruption cards. The corruption cards are picked by the game director, and these will change as well, making enemies harder to deal with as the game progresses. So you've got your 1 loadout card, which is the first card that you pick. Then you have got these bonuses that's going to allow me to start with an Uzi. So from that, we're going to go to team ammo and take extra ammo for them. And then we're going to take this one. When a teammate becomes incapacity, all teammates gain 100% damage, reload speed, and unlimited ammo for 10 seconds. Absolutely huge. So, enough of me talking. Let's have a little look at some gameplay. So, in Back 4 Blood, there are large quantities of melee weapons and full-on assault weapons that you can use throughout your journey. They also have great weapon handling. They really do. They feel really different, from the axe to the machete to the cleaver. Even with the ability of the axe or the heavier object being able to knock the helmet off armored targets. Absolutely awesome. The gun handling as well is really nice. However, as you'll see, where I'm not very sparse with my bullets, you run out real bloody quick. So the large majority of enemies that you're going to face are the standard ridden, your standard zombie, fairly straightforward head pop move on type thing. But there are a number of elites in the game as well, which have different weak spots and quite clever AI as well, where they'll try and hide these particular weak spots. Now, some of these will come charging at you, spit poison at you, lock you in place, explode, all these different type of things. Now, the beauty of it as well with the game director is they are not necessarily going to be in the same place every single time. When you trigger a horde, they're not going to have the same zombies or ridden drop down every single time. As you can see in this bit here, I bit off far more than I could chew, and we type of got a little bit swamped. But the gunplay is an awful lot of fun. Now, obviously, I died here for science, for the sake of the video, and I wanted to show you guys that you can still melee or use your secondary weapon when downed and type of clear the area around you. Now, unfortunately, if you've got any type of perk that will give you health back by meleeing or whatever, it doesn't count when you're down. You do need to wait for one of your teammates to revive you. Now, then if you go down a second time, you are dead unless they have a defib or they get to another checkpoint. While you're also going through, there are certain things that can happen in the world, whether or not if you see a group of crows, car alarm, door alarm, all that type of thing. Anything that makes a loud amount of noise will trigger a horde, and you know they're going to come for you, baby. So that's the gameplay in a nutshell. I'll leave it to the end of this fight. So as you can see, guys, the game is an incredible amount of fun, and it gets even better when you've got a really good group of people playing it. But doesn't every game get a lot better when you're playing it with a good group of people? The trouble that I'm having with Bad for Blood, as much as I'm loving the gameplay and really enjoying it, is a little bit towards the price aspect on it. So the game's going to be coming to Xbox, PlayStation and PC very, very soon indeed. I believe it's coming out in early June or late June. And it's going to be coming out £50 for the base version, £80 for the deluxe version, and £90 for the full version. To put that into dollars, it's going to be £60, $80 and $100, depending on what version you're going to be picking up. So it is a AAA price tag with a season pass to boot. Now, this is my issue, right? So the standard game for the £50, $60 is going to be just the standard game. Then your digital deluxe version is going to be the base game, 4 days early access, and then the annual pass. And that's going to be 3 upcoming downloadable content drops with new story, playable characters, special mutated zombies, and more. And then your ultimate edition is going to be the base game, early access, annual pass, 4 character battle hardened skin pack, and additional in-game 0 items, rare banner, emblem, spray, etc. No problem with all of that. However, Left 4 Dead was an absolutely great game, but let's not forget Turtle Rock was also behind Evolve, and Evolve tanked massively due to in-game purchases and really split the community in two. In all fairness, it didn't even split the community in two. It really just killed off the game. Evolve came out, similar situation. Pay to play, pay for the game, then for the season pass, then for tons of different microtransactions. And before you know it, you've just got no players left because of the amount of microtransactions involved. So I'm really hoping this doesn't come to pass with Back 4 Blood, because it's a great game. It's got a lot of legs on it. Is it a pre-order straight away? I don't know. I don't know if it's a pre-order straight away. Is it definitely one to keep an eye on? 100,000,000% without a shadow of a doubt. Keep an eye on this game. But whether or not it's going to split the community, whether or not it's going to go to pay to play, I don't know, and I'm a little bit worried about that as well. So, that is it for me today, guys and girls. Definitely one to keep an eye on. I'm going to be releasing a video over the next few days, basically, of every single stage of the game that's in the alpha as well. So keep an eye out on that if you're interested. And if it is your first time here, do me a massive favour. Leave this video a like, drop a comment down below. And if you want to see more content from yours truly, consider hitting that subscribe button, baby. But till next time, boys and girls, be smart, be strong, be safe, and I'll see you on the flip side. Take it easy.